I think people worry about the wrong things when it comes to risk. Most people worry about the short-term devaluation of their portfolio. The real risks are permanent loss of capital. Having a stock market decline for the short period of time, especially if you own a portfolio that's earning income and being reinvested, it actually could be in your favor. What you have to be careful of is investing in low-quality investments that can go to zero and you'll never get your money back. That's one risk. The other risk is not keeping up with inflation. Although we've been in a low inflation environment for a number of years, it's always been there in the background. It's starting to creep up. And I would argue that everybody has a different rate of inflation than what the government tells us it is. If we spend your money on things like travel and healthcare and those sorts of things, they're going up faster than the general basket of goods and services. So we need to earn more than inflation. We also have to protect the portfolios from taxation. There aren't a lot of loopholes available, contrary to what some people would have you believe, but there are tax-effective ways to invest money and save money, and we want to make sure people are being the most tax-effective that they can be. We don't want the tax tail wagging the dog, so to speak, but we want to take advantage of everything that's available to us. Fourth is longevity. People are retiring at a younger age and living longer, requiring a much larger pool of capital to fund the retirement. And if you think about what it might cost you in old age for long-term care and those sorts of things, you need to provide yourself and have ways to fund that, possibly into your 90s. Increasingly, as our clients have become more successful, the idea of leaving a legacy and helping the community as well as their own family comes up. And one of our core values, the core value of Brothers & Company, is to build community by creating client wealth. So it all works very nicely together. And there's a number of things that we can do. If there isn't a lot of capital, or if there is a huge tax burden at death, perhaps an insurance strategy that could negate the tax hit works. If there is lots of capital during your lifetime, things like private foundations can be incredibly tax effective and great as a family building exercise as well. If you can teach your children and grandchildren how to give away money, I think that's a wonderful thing. Testamentary trusts are another example of keeping wealth intact past your passing. So you make sure that your wealth passes to your children and their children's children and stays in the family and isn't squandered away. So we want to employ and look at all of those sorts of things when we're doing an estate plan for clients.